Man, am I glad that's over. Hey everyone, how's it going? And thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I know I'm a little bit late on posting it, but I finally got myself a new lapel mic, so we are back in business and able to make more content for all of you guys. So if you are new to the channel, you see the red box that says subscribe? Go ahead and click on that and turn all notifications on. That way you know whenever I post a new video. And for all of you who keep coming back and watching these videos, you all are awesome and I cannot thank you all enough. And this video is pretty much my roundup of how the year went as far as gear and music and everything that I got throughout 2020 and just kind of how I ranked it. So I chose 10 pieces of gear, going from 10 all the way to my number one choice of what I think is the best piece that I got. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my number 10 choice of my favorite piece of gear that I got in 2020. And that is my Schecter C1 Platinum Diamond Series guitar. This was the guitar that kind of started this whole YouTube adventure that I'm still on and that you all have joined me on, and I can't thank you all enough. And so this thing is kind of like, you know what, it started with this, so you know, I gotta mention it. You know, if it wasn't for this thing, I probably wouldn't have been making YouTube videos, I wouldn't have been making content. So I owe a lot to this guitar, kind of inspired me to push me into a new direction. And I mean, it still plays great, still, you know, sounds amazing. But yeah, this is my number 10 choice for 2020. Now let's get into number 9. So coming in at number 9 is the Neural DSP Archetype Nollie. This was the first plugin I got, and it just drove so much creativity. Not only just as far as writing, but also learning how plugins work and all the effects that they have, and how you can really tweak the presets and use them in different DAWs. So that is my number 9 choice. Coming in at number 8 is the Neural DSP Fortin Nameless. This plugin just cranks out so hard of a great sound. It has everything, in my opinion, from a classic bluesy tone all the way to, like, I'd say about like the late 80s, mid 90s of like thrash and metal sound and everything in between. So it kind of has that good quality like Marshall sound, and it does have a couple of clean tones in there as well. And for that reason, I put it at number 8. Alright, so we're at number 7, and that is going to be my Epiphone MKH Les Paul. This guitar is very special to me for multiple reasons. If you watched the video, you know that my wife got this for me for our anniversary one year, and Matt from Trivium is probably one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to music and writing, and to have one of his signature guitars just means so much to me. So coming in at number 6 is Corey's signature guitar. This 7-string guitar is absolutely amazing. It's so just jam-packed with so much goodness that made me realize what kind of guitars I actually do like. I do like the stainless steel frets, I like ebony fretboards, and I like V's. Ever since I got this thing, it kind of made me realize that flying V's is actually the type of guitars that I prefer. But among other things, aside from it being a V, Corey is also such an amazing guitarist. I mean, Trivium is my favorite band of all time, and his soloing is just insane. So for that reason, this Flying V, Corey's signature guitar, is at number 6. Alright, so we're at the halfway mark, and that is number 5, and that is going to be my Solar V2.6W. This is the first Solar I ever had, and it was the first one that is kind of more of a metal guitar with passive pickups. But more than that, this was the guitar that I took with me whenever I went somewhere. Whenever I went on business trips, this thing was always with me, so it gave me, you know, plenty of company when I was in the hotel, just kind of hanging out by myself and writing some of my very early riffs. Alright, so it's number 4, and for me, that is going to be the Neural DSP, once again, Archetype Abasi. This plugin is insanely good. I mean, everything from its hard 2-scoop mids to some of its heavier guitar tones, all the way to its melodic sounds. It's just so much goodness all jam-packed into one plugin. And for me, like, a lot of it was my taste in what I look for when it comes to some of the cleans and some of the more ambient vibes that I like to hear. And yeah, man, it's just a really great plugin. So for me, that is sitting at number 4. Alright, so we're getting down to the wire, and that is number 3, and that is going to be the Toontrack's Easy Drummer 2. There was so much that I didn't know about drumming, and Easy Drummer 2 just made it so I didn't have to look for a drummer, I didn't have to mess with a piano roll. It was just simply a drag and drop play, and it made me able to just enjoy writing music a whole lot more. I didn't have to struggle with anything. It was just literally, oh, here's my tempo, here's these different fills, and it just made the whole process easier. And whenever I reach out to them, ask them a couple questions, they've always been really fast and responsive and very helpful. And for that, it is sitting at number 3. Alright everyone, so now it is my number 2 choice, the runner-up for number 1, and that is going to be the Neural DSP Fortin Cali Suite. This plugin is it for me. There are 3 different pedals modeled after Fortin pedals. You have the Zool, the Hex Drive, and the Grind on there, plus all the presets that are there. And no other plugin has just inspired me to write so many different riffs. So the Fortin Cali Suite was the one that really drove my creativity when it comes to writing music. And with all the capabilities and presets that are on there, there was so much, such a wide variety of tone in that plugin. So for that, it is sitting at number 2. Alright, well, it's that time. It is time for number 1, my top choice piece of gear of everything I've gotten in 2020. And that is going to be my Legator G6 FOD. This guitar has everything that I've been looking for. It has the roasted maple neck, it has the lumen inlays, it has Fishman pickups, and it's a headless guitar. I mean, this thing just has it all for me. It's lightweight, it's so easy to tune, it keeps in tune, and the stainless steel frets, I mean, just everything about this guitar. I can't put it down whenever I play this thing. It has inspired not only soloing, but also different types of riffs, even gotten me into trying to do shredding. I'm more of a thrash metal type player, but this thing is just such a rock solid guitar. And not only that, it's one thing to have a great piece of equipment or gear, but it's another thing to have a great company. And Legator has just that. They have such an amazing company. Everyone that works there is just rock solid. They are the most genuine people I've met, and they're great individuals. So when you have a great company and a great product, it's hard not to be number 1. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 10 choices of 2020 for my pieces of gear that I got. Alright everyone, well that is going to wrap it up with this video. 2020 was an incredibly crazy year. We did get some cool items, a lot of things happened, but we're in 2021 now. Let's have a better year. And for that, all I'm going to ask is that you share this video with at least 3 of your friends. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below, what was your favorite piece of gear that you got during 2020. And I will see you all again next time.